It's December 22nd, 2018. I'm here in Denmark, and next up I'm going to talk about my tires. The tires that got me from the bottom of Africa to the top of Europe. So from Cape Town to Nairobi, which was about 9,000 kilometers and change, I cycled on the reliable and always just very good Schwalbe marathon tires. But yeah, so I decided in Nairobi though I needed to switch things up because they were pretty much worn down. So from Nairobi to the top, which was, I don't know, about over 20,000 kilometers, I used the Tannus airless tire. So, which they were hard to assemble and put on. It took me probably half a day at least to get them on, but once they're on, it's you don't have to worry about flats. So that was really nice. I really like that. But it took a bit of getting used to the traction. I wasn't I remember taking me a week or so at least to get used to the traction on it, and it's a bit heavier, so you go a bit slower, but that didn't really bother me because I don't like to go too fast anyway. Other things though, in Denmark I remember my front wheel had a few broken spokes, so I've never had that happen. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it was just, I cycled a lot, so who knows what it would have been. But I don't know. And then my back tire was busted on me or back wheel busted on me in Sweden, so I had to actually replace the whole wheel. So I stopped using the Tannus tire from Sweden at the end, but still. So yeah, there's positives and negatives, I guess, to everything. But it was really nice just not having to worry about getting flats, I tell you. So in hindsight, it was actually, I think, pretty worth it for as many kilometers as I rode on it. I mean, my front tire I could still ride on. The traction, the tread is gone, but I still, doesn't bother me. But yeah, so Tannus tire, I actually think it's pretty good. I don't know though if I would actually, if you're doing long haul tours though, it's always good to, I think, to use stuff that you can get anywhere. So I guess, yeah, it doesn't matter with the tire, but it's just good that if you have a problem, a mechanic can fix it anywhere if you have stuff that's used all over the world. So with the Tannus tire, it's to get it off and on is actually not easy. So if you're struggling out wherever and you need to fix something like I did with the broken spoke, you got to find a mechanic who knows how to take off the tire and put it back on. So because I wasn't really keen on doing that myself for a second time. But anyway, yeah, but if you're going with the tube tire with a tube in it, then I say Schwalbe is your best bet, but Continental is also pretty good too. But sometimes it's luck of the draw. I remember being in China and I would get it would be hit and miss really. Sometimes I had to buy a number of tires there, and some were crap, like I'd toss them like the next day. But a few others, I remember spending like no more than maybe $5-10 on them, and they lasted me a couple months, and that's pretty good for if you're just spending $5 to $10 on a tire. So it is luck of the draw sometimes, but if you have a Schwalbe or access to a Schwalbe or a Continental or the Tannus, then I would definitely go with them, because it's just you gotta have good, reliable kit and equipment out there. Trust me, it's good when you're really out in some far-flung place. So anyway, Tannus tire, it's done good. Like I say, I could still keep riding on this thing. It's been over 20,000 kilometers and it still has life, so I don't know. Good stuff.